Alright, so this is going to be a review of a comic I actually own. It's one of the few comics I got from a convention a few weeks ago. I just totally forgot about it until I found it. Honestly, I found it. I was going through all my comics and I was like, oh yeah, I got you too recently. So I figured, what the hell, let me do a review on it. And that is The Riddler, The Riddle Factory. Now, this comic is written by Matt Wagner, who has done Batman stuff in the past. He's also written Judge Dredd and the Batman Judge Dredd comics. No, that was Alan Grant. Why do I keep... It's weird. No, Matt Wagner did do that. No, he did the Batman Grendel crossover. Whatever, fuck it. He wrote Batman. Bottom line. So yeah, this comic focuses on the Riddler going around, and this is the thing, I'm not the biggest Riddler fan. Yeah, I know the Riddler's like a big thing for a lot of people in terms of Batman villains, but the thing is with me is that, I've never really cared, it's not that I don't care about the Riddler, I think he's a cool character, it's just that I was never a fan of him because I suck at riddles. I know it's a petty reason, but he's not in my top. He's honestly, again, I don't hate the Riddler. It's just that there's been no real Riddler stories that have really grabbed me in the past. Even this one, I'm just like, yeah, this was pretty fun. It's not like a definitive Riddler story I'd go to. It's just like, oh yeah, the Riddler. I know, again, if you think the Riddler is really cool and he's your favorite Batman villain, that's totally fine. Me, personally, I've never been a big Riddler guy. He's just never grabbed me. And I should really do, like, a top 10... I did a top 10 Batman villains a long time ago, but since then I've kind of been like, man, that list, I just ain't feeling it no more. So I may do it like a redux of the list, honestly. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so let's get into this story. It focuses around the Riddler going around in these making these TV game shows where villains and freaks and all these other type people, they go on there to try to get themselves killed while answering the Riddler's questions, and it turns out that the Riddler has dirt on all these high members of society in Gotham, and he keeps hijacking the TV signals in Gotham, but when people try to find him, they're gone. So Batman and Gordon are trying to hunt down the Riddler while he's making all these cases, and Batman's trying to figure out what the big endgame is for Riddler. It's a good story. I really do enjoy it. I like how sadistic Riddler is, and just how he's so nonchalant about it. There is a big endgame for this comic. There is this really big endgame for this story, but the real thing is that the Riddler just loves making this game show because people can look at him. See, that's the big thing with Riddler, is that he's not just known for Riddlers, he's one of the biggest narcissists I have ever read in comics, because no matter how many clues it is, he has to announce to the world, hey, look at me, I'm the smartest, look at me. Yeah. No one really does. I know there's been origin stories of the Riddler before, but no one really plays into the narcissism that he has, that want to be the center of attention, but at the same time, having that superiority complex. No, I don't even think Zack Snyder Zack Snyder did a little of it, but no one's really gotten into the whole psyche of the Riddler. It's just the guy who does riddles. Even, anyway. Again, I've said before, I don't hate the Riddler, it's just that he wouldn't be on my top 10 list of Batman villains. If you like him, that's totally fine. But getting back to this story, what I like about it is how Riddler kind of sets up these game shows and how only the most fucked up people can come in. It's not like, he's getting regular people to come in and, have a bunch of fun, happy times. No, these are killers, child molesters, rapists. These are some terrible people that are coming to these game shows, and Riddler's just eating it up, along with these two girls who I guess are his Harley Quinns. They don't really, these girls just show up. I know they're henchmen, but they're just two. I guess the closest I could say are these two Riddler fangirls who just kind of follow him around, or his game. It's like the pretty girls you see in The Price is Right or some shit like that. But yeah, that's the best I could describe him. And it's more like the Riddler. There is an end game to this I think how it's a little loose how they tie in Riddler's endgame with the game show and why it kind of feeds all the way back to the game show itself. But on the same time, I'm like, man, I am just enjoying Riddler just being an asshole to these people. Yeah, there's just some great moments here and there, and the big thing is that when Riddler reveals all these big secrets, and the people end up either killing themselves or like there's even a murder-suicide in here. With one person, the cops can't do anything, really, because he's using his freedom of speech. Yeah, he's using, he revealed all this dirt, but at the same time, he didn't say, hey, you're gonna go kill him. You can't do that. It's kind of like with TMZ, where they can say all this horrible shit about someone, and if something happens to that person, like they kill themselves, because of what TMZ revealed, TMZ won't be held responsible, but they won't be held accountable because it was just news. And that's the same thing with Riddler, is that when he reveals these horrible things about like affairs or something with a mistress or money embezzlement or something of that nature with these high society, with these Gothamites, he's not, even if they do catch him, it's more like he would be arrested for hijacking the radio feed, the broadcast feed, there's the better word, broadcast feed from the television than he is the murders, because he's not directly responsible for those. And I was like, that's pretty fucking smart. I mean, it's awful, don't get me wrong, it's pretty terrible, but he basically, he's not held accountable for this until towards the end, where he gets a little too ahead of himself, and eventually, yeah, of course, this comic does end with him getting arrested. All in all, it's a pretty decent Riddler story. I do think the game show stuff is probably the best. The mystery in of itself is kind of a little loose for my taste. It's like how they tie it in, is a little confusing, of how Batman solves why Riddler's making this game show and using different locations. But Riddler himself, because that's really where we get the main focus, is a lot more fun. And it's dark, it's dark it's fun in a dark way. But yeah, once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.